Hello, everybody. This is your homeboy, boy Wiggleman here. You know, let's talk about we're gonna celebrate break the comeback, the return of Liv Morgan again at the Survivor Series. You know, we all saw when Liv Morgan was playing mind games with John Cena, costing him his Intercontinental title to, to Dominic Mysterio. And I told y'all that John Cena's going to lose that title, but I didn't expect Liv Morgan to come back, at the moment because we all thought Liv Morgan would be back by the time Survivor Series roll. No, should I say the Royal Rumble rolls along. But eventually, we're going through the end of the year, and it's been said that Liv would return before the year is out or after the start of 2026. You know, because her comeback at the Royal Rumble, no, the Survivor Series rather, her comeback, was unexpected. You know, it was a surprise. He's in my book. So, what do you think of Liv Morgan's back trail at the Survivor Series? Just hit a like and give me your opinion. Yeah. Well, anyway, wait, hey, we'll get back with Liv in a second. Does anybody enjoy y'all Thanksgiving? Spend y'all time with family and eating the turkey and watching football. You know, and I became a huge fan of the Green Bay Packers. You want to know why? Because I added the Green Bay Packers along with the Kansas City Chiefs at, in my list of favorite NFL teams with the Giants, the Jets, the Cowboys, and the local hometown Houston Texans. Now the Kansas City Chiefs. Want to know why? Is because of the performances of Patrick Mahomes and Travis Kelsey. See, they were fine quarterbacks and they won so many Super Bowls while they were the Kansas City Chiefs. And Travis Kelsey's relationship with pop princess Taylor Swift. Shake it off. Yeah, and it seems like Travis Kelsey and Taylor Swift is already married, wasn't they? Wow, wow. You see those two guys make that three. Those three people, Patrick Mahomes, Travis Kelsey, and Taylor Swift were the talks of the town. You know, and now the Green Bay Packers. Want to know why? Because the Green Bay Packers were one of the most popular teams in NFL history, and one of them was one of the fans were a big slice of cheese on their heads, and also the main reason why I became a fan of the Green Bay Packers because Liv Morgan supports the Green Bay Packers. She's a huge Green Bay Packers fan, you know. And every time I watch the games involving the Packers, I my mind was Liv Morgan because she's a huge Green Bay Packers fan. So go Pack, go! And whenever ever the Packers play the Chiefs or the Jets, the Giants, or the Cowboys, or even the Texans, may the best team win from now on. So anyway, let's talk about the holiday season. The holiday season is one of my favorite times of the year. Because there's Christmas and Kwanzaa, and of course, Year's Eve. You know, because in the holidays, that's when people gather around with their friends and families for this exciting outing, for all the great dinner with all the food and presents and everything. And I will tell you once again about the true meaning of Christmas and why we celebrate, just like I told y'all before. And it's my job as a born again Christian, and it's my job as a YouTuber to tell you the true meanings of Christmas. We'll get to that on later videos. And also New Year's Eve, we're going to talk about the New Year's what our New Year's resolutions be like as we head to 2026. And 2026 is when we will be celebrating our 250th anniversary as a country. The United States is celebrating its 250th anniversary. As a state, as a country, yeah. Because remember back in 1976 when they had when we had that bicentennial, 1976, you know, I remember that very very well. That was when I was about I was going on 4 years old at that time, and those were the days when all the celebrations came around, and the big celebration in Washington D.C. And that was the time when we elected the President Jimmy Carter at the time, you know, and also so remember we're going in through the holidays, so don't forget yet to make your wish list for Santa. And remember, kids, you gotta always be on your very best behavior, because remember, Santa will be watching. Okay, so remember, just just listen to your parents, and do what they says, and do as you're told, because Santa is watching. Because Santa knows when a kid is naughty or nice, and that's when he makes his lists and checks it twice to find out who gets lots of presents from Santa. Well, anyway, let's celebrate the comeback of Liv Morgan. So, welcome back, Liv Morgan. We all love you, and also, so you and Dominic got a great future ahead of you. So keep up the good work, because we're proud of you, and I'm proud of both of you. Okay. And anyway, you know. And by the way, when it comes to being a fan, and when I said that I'm going to be taking my fandom over Liv Morgan a lot seriously, like I do with WWE and Chuck E. Cheese, I really mean it. I really mean it. Because if I want to meet Liv Morgan, I want to meet them all. I want to meet all of the WWE superstars, not just Liv Morgan, but all of the WWE superstars. And I'm just getting started now. I just met a few WWE superstars at the Booker T show, and actually, the Booker T is a Hall of Famer. It's a two-time Hall of Famer with the WWE as a singles wrestler and one half of the Harlem Heat tag team. So can't you dig that, sucker? And remember when he did this? When he did that Spinner Rooney? Because He's always going to be a five-time WCW world champion. You know, and everyone would be accomplishing that feat in the near future. You know, thank you, Booker T, for bringing wrestling to Texas City, and thank you for all you do. Thank you and Charmel. You know, because I would like to continue you attending y'all wrestling events every now and then, as long as you run your cards there. And yes, I can dig that, sucker. Well, anyway, what do you think of that new Chuck E. Cheese Christmas movie? Because there's a new Chuck E. Cheese. He looks like the sort of enemy, but no matter how much you change him, he'll always be that special mouse. He will always be Chuck E. Cheese. And no matter how much you change Munch's band, they will always be the band. So whenever there's changes just in their characters, revamping their looks, I always go to Chuck E. Cheese and study how they look and because I've been drawing Chuck E. Cheese since 1993 on my comic books, for storylines with WWE and all of that, and I will continue you to do that every step of the way. Well, anyway, wait, I'm about to go ahead and let you guys go, and and like I said once again, happy holidays, everybody. And in closing, long live Morgan, long live Morgan. And in the end, and my usual thing, the title of this channel, Liv Morgan or Bust, baby. Liv Morgan or Bust. Thank you very much, and have a great day. God bless you.